Tonight on SUTV News, a time of year students stress about the most. It's scheduling season and we have some tips.
And the College of Business earns yet another accolade.
All that and more coming up right now.
For joining us on SUTV News, I'm Avery Quinn.
And I'm Holly Hare. In just a few short weeks, spring semester will be over, seniors are preparing to graduate, and underclassmen are already gearing up for next year. But with class scheduling, who gets priority can be confusing. Paige Ahrensmeyer tries to clear things up.
Scheduling classes is right around the corner, and Shippensburg's registrar, Kathy Sprenger, stresses why it's important to schedule classes as early as possible.
As far as registration goes, we do ask students, if at all possible, to register during their initial registration window, because what we're doing throughout the process is we're monitoring the seat availability. So if students are registering earlier, we can see if there's additional seat needs in particular courses.
Scheduling can be stressful, especially if classes fill up quickly, but not only seniors have priority scheduling.
Typically, as far as registration goes, unless they have priority registration for a unique circumstance, it's all based on earned credits.
Upcoming seniors finding classes full when they go to schedule do have other options.
What we would normally recommend is if we have a senior in that situation, we recommend they talk with their academic advisor. Find out how much flexibility they have with regard to the classes that they need to take. If it's deemed necessary that they take a particular class that's at capacity, we tell them to reach out to the department offering the class, and the department can discuss with them their opportunities for scheduling that class.
With the right help and preparation, anyone from a freshman to a senior can get the classes they need. With SUTV News, I'm Paige Ahrensmeyer.
Students are encouraged to plan out the classes they want before meeting with their advisor. The campus community is coming together this weekend to put on their capes and support a student and faculty member with a loved one battling cancer. This Sunday, Shippensburg University Bands will host a fundraiser for Liam Kepner, a young boy with brain cancer. A pancake brunch will be served from 12 to 2 for all who wish to attend. Kepner will begin chemotherapy treatments at the Children's Hospital and Hershey Medical Center. Admission for non-students is $10 at the door and a meal for students. In support of Liam, he asked that you wear your favorite superhero costume at the event.
You can make a few bucks and clean out your closet at the same time. Eric Davies has more.
Finally starting to show its face, it's time to put away our heavy coats and pull out those warm weather clothes. While digging through, you may find clothes that don't quite fit the way they used to. If they are small, you can make some extra cash by paying a visit to Anything Kids consignment store.
Consignment is when people bring us their items and we sell it for them. So for us, they get 50% of what we sell it for as far as profit.
The store has 2 locations on King Street in both Shippensburg and Chambersburg. The stores carry a wide variety of items from DVDs to bicycles.
Well, the name of the store is Anything Kids, so we sell anything for kids. We don't sell things like a living room suite or a kitchen table, but we would sell, say, bedroom furniture or rocking chairs for moms. We are always looking for outside toys like bicycles, tricycles, wagons, things that children grow out of. Not everybody can afford to go and buy them new, so we have a large demand and actually a waiting list for those types of things. So if you have any bicycles, this is a good place to bring them. We can find them some great homes.
There's a limit of 1 basket at a time for clothes, but no limit on toys or other products. For SUTV News, I'm Eric Davies.
The stores are open on Monday through Friday from 10 to 11 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. SHIP scheduled 2 guest speakers for the month of April. On Tuesday, April 5th in Grove Forum, author Asa Frederick will present Transgendered Unmasked. He plans to educate students about life as a transgendered. On Tuesday, April 12th, Lori Harris will discuss Pillars of Peace. Harris will talk to students about problem solving through her work involving student discipline. Harris is a graduate at Juniata College and facilitated several workshops in solving conflicts. Both events are free and open to the public.
The Business College's MBA program earned another top honor. Ray Shungle has the story.
The part-time MBA program made U.S. News & World Report's list of best business programs in the country, coming in at 190.
Well, I think it's an outstanding recognition of the quality of our program. We're not new to being ranked. We're consistently ranked by U.S. News & World Report and other entities, both for our part-time program and for our online program.
SHIP's MBA students aren't new to the list.
For this ranking for part-time programs, to be eligible to be ranked, you have to be accredited by AACSB, which of course we are and have been since 1981. It's just the minimum requirement to be ranked. And then they look at various factors such as the test scores of your students, as well as the work experience that your students have.
When it comes to the SHIP MBA, work experience is where students are particularly strong.
Approximately 90% of our incoming students have 5 or more years of full-time work experience and are already employed.
Meaning they are part-time students.
It's a mark of excellence for the program and reinforces the type of quality that we're trying to achieve through our efforts here at the SHIP MBA.
Consistent results aren't going unnoticed. Both students and professors in the MBA will have more opportunities with the arrival of new semesters. Ray Shungle, SUTV News.
Grove College will offer degrees in entrepreneurship starting in the fall. It doesn't matter how much money you make, you still have to file taxes, and the deadline is approaching. Marshall Keeley went in search of help to get it done right.
File those federal and state income taxes on time unless you are owed a refund.
If you owe money and you fail to file, then there are some penalties and interest. If you are owed money, so you're going to get money back, and you fail to file, there's no penalties or interest.
Taxpayers should be aware of any deductions they may qualify for.
Homeowners have a mortgage interest deduction and property tax deduction. Charitable deductions are big, and medical expenses. Out-of-pocket medical expenses may be deductible.
Students can get help on and off campus.
We do have a VITA program here on campus Monday and Tuesday for low-income taxpayers. They can also go to an HR block at Jackson Hewlett, Liberty Tax, just stop in and ask a simple question.
Pick up tax forms at a local library or submit them electronically on the IRS website.
Most students probably just have W-2 income, vast majority of students, so a 1040 easy, it's a one-page form, print it off, fill it out, sign it, mail it in.
If all else fails, students have their best resource right at home.
By all means, talk to your parents also, because parents have probably been doing this a very long time, and they have a lot of insight into what they pay for.
And a little good news this year, filers get an extra 3 days. The deadline is April 18th. For SUTV News, I'm Marshall Keeley. Happy tax season.
SHIP's Accounting Club can also answer any questions you may have.
PRSSA is hosting a photography contest on April 19th. You can submit your best picture of the environment to Professor Carnegie's mailbox by April 12th for a chance to win a Walmart gift card. Be sure to include your name and email with the photo. When we come back, terror in Pakistan makes tonight's World News.
And the slate is back in print. We'll have your preview. A deadly explosion in Pakistan.
And irreversible damage to an ancient city. Here's this week's World News.
Suicide bombing during an Easter celebration in Pakistan killed at least 60 and injured 300. The bomb detonated in a crowded city park in the city of Lahore. The attack was executed by a member of what authorities say is a splinter group of the Pakistan Taliban. The U.S. National Security spokesman called the attack and the targeting of innocent civilians cowardly. On Tuesday, a passenger hijacked and diverted Egyptian Airlines flight MS-181 by claiming to be armed with an explosive belt. The flight from Alexandria, Egypt to the capital, Cairo, was forced to land in Larnaca Airport in Cyprus. Negotiators managed to get the hijacker to release all but 4 crew members and 3 passengers. The hostages were held for 4 hours. Authorities described the man as unstable and said he was unarmed. U.S. Capitol Police shot a man who pulled out a gun in the Capitol Visitor Center. The 66-year-old Tennessee man set off metal detectors during his entrance into the building and pulled out his gun, causing a chaotic scene. Both the Capitol building and the White House went into lockdown following the incident. Police say the man is a frequent visitor to the Capitol grounds and was once removed from the House of Representatives after an outburst. On Monday, Syrian forces took back the ancient city of Palmyra from ISIS, but the damage of their occupancy cannot be reversed. ISIS destroyed historical landmarks and works of art during its year in the city, citing the worship of idols as the reason. The occupation ruined much of the city the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization listed as a World Heritage Site. That's it for this week's World News. I'm Marshall Keeley.
From election hype
to fashion archives, here's your Slate Preview.
Hi, I'm Mary Grace Keller, Editor-in-Chief. News covers the Fashion Archives reopening, Ship Life highlights an arthritis fundraiser, Sports releases the college basketball bracket winners, Opinion discusses the hype of elections, and Entertainment captures the end of Ship's Got Talent. Keep up all week on theslateonline.com.
After the break, the schoolwork is finally starting to pile up, so it might be time for some comedic relief. We'll tell you where you can get a good laugh.
And also see how athletes showcase some special talents off the field. Stay tuned.
Well, Avery, it's getting pretty warm out there. Nice to see people, a couple of our crew members have shorts on. It's nice to finally see some people busting out the spring wear. What do you think?
I like it. I'm still wearing the winter jacket, but you know, I'll catch up. Let's go to Drew for this week's forecast.
April Fool's Day is tomorrow, but the weather is no joke. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms with a low of 59 degrees. Tomorrow, a day for your umbrella with a few thunderstorms in the morning and a high of 76 degrees. In the 5-day, this weekend, partly sunny skies and windy both days with temperatures in the 40s and 50s. To start off your week, you'll need a raincoat. Temperatures will reach the 60s on Monday. It cools off for Tuesday with temperatures only making it into the 40s, only to go back to seasonal weather on Wednesday with temperatures in the 50s. Have a great weekend.
New week, new entertainment, so let's get started. You don't have to spend $1 million to see the $1 Million Quartet this weekend. The Tony Award-winning Broadway musical is inspired by the true story of the famed recording session where Sam Phillips brought together icons Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Elvis Presley. They feature over 20 rock and roll hits in their show. Some of these timeless hits include Blue Suede Shoes, I Walk the Line, Hound Dog, and more. The show is this Saturday at 7:30 at the Lurs Performing Arts Center. The end of the semester pressure is heating up, but you can still take time out for a laugh. Comedian Adam Grabowski is performing his stand-up act, so head over to the Cub NPR tonight. Grabowski has performed in over 44 states and over 450 colleges to date. He worked his way onto stages around the country through clean, relatable humor and clever marketing. He keeps his audiences engaged by presenting funny graphics and weird PowerPoint presentations. Grabowski is the most booked act of the 2015 Association for the Promotion of Campus Activities National Conference and the Campus Activity Magazine's 2015 Comic of the Year. His show starts tonight at 8. Ship athletes are studying their stuff for a good cause. SAC hosts the event every year, and like in years past, each team performs a 2-minute lip sync while the audience votes for them using tickets. 5 tickets are covered in the $3 admissions charge, but you can also purchase more tickets to vote for your favorite team. The show is Monday, April 4th at 7 in Memorial Auditorium. All proceeds benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The Women's Chorale Ensemble of Shippensburg is teaming up with the Strings Ensemble for a one-of-a-kind performance. The women's choir will perform classical pieces for a selection of the concert, and then the string ensemble will end the concert with a 1-2-part piece mixing with slow and fast tempos. Professor Fred Dade will perform on the piano following the concert. The performance is Saturday at Old Main Chapel from 2 to 4:30. And if you're looking for more things to do this weekend, Act 5 is performing Flowers for Algernon. Also, the SU Woodwind Ensemble, Sunday in Old Main Chapel starting at 3. Well, there's plenty of events to keep you busy this weekend, so I'll see you next week.
When we come back in sports, men's outdoor track started the season with record-breaking performances.
And baseball used a strong first inning to secure their 12th season win.
women's lacrosse battled conference rival Millersville on Tuesday. Haley Luke has the highlights.
Goal by Ship sophomore Sarah McLeod to put the Raiders up 4-3 heading into halftime. Millersville took control for the first 15 minutes of the second half, scoring 5 unanswered goals. Bridget Huffnagel scored 3 back-to-back goals for the Marauders. The Raiders tried their best to stage a comeback in the last 15 minutes, but came up short with the final score, Millersville 9, Shippensburg 8. For SUTV Sports, I'm Haley Luke.
Ship returns to action on Friday against Gannon at 3. Women's lacrosse will host the annual Stick It to Cancer event during their game against Mercyhurst on Saturday at 3. The team will wear Stick It to Cancer t-shirts during their pregame and will be selling shirts during the game. Donations will be collected and split between Susan B. Komen and the National Ovarian Cancer Coalition. During Drew Adaibe's debut for men's track at Ship, he destroyed the competition and etched himself into the SU record books by shattering an old one.
It's a great accomplishment, and it's something that I've been chasing ever since I knew I was coming here. So breaking in the first meet was definitely a confidence booster for me going on for the rest of the season.
Track will compete at the Colonial Relays this weekend at William and Mary University in Virginia. Ship's baseball team hosted the Shepherd Rams on Tuesday. Ian Fitzgerald has the highlights.
The Raiders came in on Friday with an 11-15 record, trying to get back to 500 against the Shepherd Rams. Kyle McMillan on the hill for the Raiders, and his good pregame bullpen session transferred onto the field as McMillan baffled the Rams lineup by changing speeds and throwing strikes. On the mound for the Rams was Jamie Driver. The Raiders took advantage of poor command from the Shepherd senior, putting up a 4 spot in the first. The Raiders didn't stop there, though, as sophomore Grant Hoover jumped on a John Bentley slider. The pitch went all the way to the left field warning track, driving in another run for the Raiders. Ship wins this one 7-4. For SUTV Sports, I'm Ian Fitzgerald.
The Raiders take on Mansfield tomorrow at 1 for a doubleheader. That's it for sports. Now let's head back over to the desk.
That's it for SUTV News. I'm Avery Quinn.
And I'm Holly Harrer. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SUTV News. And be sure to check out our website, sutvnews.com.
We'll see you next time.